Assalamu alaikum, good evening. Welcome to today's episode of Talking Point. In our studios today, we have an Italian guest, a journalist based in London. So might I say, buonasera. My guest today is Francesca Marchese. She has been on the show before, about 3 years ago. She is permanently based in London and a part of the media scene. She is a very visible face on electronic media in this country, and she has been asked to comment on many of the issues going on in Europe. Welcome to the show, Francesca. How are you today?
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here again.
Oh, I'm sorry for the weather.
That's awful, but that's fine.
Well, Francesca, we have met many times, but it was some time ago that I interviewed you. What have you been doing since then?
Well, I've been working a lot on the Italian community that is always growing in London. And at the moment, we are all dealing with Brexit, of course, as part of the European community. So Brexit has been a big part in this job at the moment, yeah.
When you say Italian community, we also have something new here to the demographic scene, that is Italian Bangladeshi community.
Yeah, there is a huge Italian Bangladeshi community that comes to the UK, not only London, but also Birmingham and Manchester, other city of the United Kingdom. And they are brilliant people.
Who are these people? Why do they call themselves Italian Bangladeshi?
Well, because lots of them, they came to Italy first and they worked in Italy for a certain time, most of them for more than 10 years. And then that entitled them to have an Italian passport.
Right.
And then they came to this country, bringing their children and their wife and all the family.
Right.
So Italy has been a big part of their life background.
Yes.
So they bring in lots of tradition about my country as well.
Right. Well, what is the reason? Why are they leaving in such large numbers, leaving Italy? They left their own country, Bangladesh. They came to Italy to settle. They were there. They obtained the passport. Now they move again.
Well, there was a research by researcher Francesco della Puppa that I was
lucky to have him on the show too.
Yes, exactly. So he studied a lot this phenomenon, and also I had the opportunity to speak with some of the members of the community. Basically, what they want to come to this country because they feel that in this country there is more possibility for them and for their children to develop their career and to have more possibility than in Italy. Italy at the moment is always a great place to live for quality of life, etc. But maybe in London there are a little bit more possibilities.
More opportunities.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been to Italy and I like the country. I've been to Venice and Florence and all that, and Rome obviously. But yes, there are a lot of people from other countries who've made Italy their home. And I think that a good number of them are very happy there, contributing to the economy and the society there.
Absolutely. Italy at the moment is welcoming lots of migrants coming from other countries. Some of them, they need protection and international protection because they come from places that are dangerous. Sorry for that, of course. Others are economic migrants that just want to improve their quality of their life. So according to data from the Italian government, last year the community from Bangladesh was the 4th in arrival. So the first one was from Nigeria, the second from Ivory Coast and Guinea, and then from Bangladesh. So at least 9,000 people arrived from Bangladesh to Italian coast only last year.
Only last year.
Yeah, and we are at the beginning of 2018, and the phenomenon is a little bit less, but we can't really say how it will go during the year. So the Italian scenario at the moment is very multicultural. So that is something good, I think, for Italy.
Right. There is a large number, as you said, of Italian Bangladeshis in this country who have come here to improve their lot again, and because, as you said, that there are more opportunities here. Why do you think that that's the main reason? Just the economic prosperity? Is it the language that they possibly think that they are more close to English? Is it because of the long legacy of the British Raj in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh? So is that more? And so they find Italy as less, I won't say friendly or attractive, but possibly not suitable for their kind of life.
Well, you are right, because speaking with a lot of people and also women that were in Italy before and now are in this country, I discovered that they found the UK a place where their children can grow with different perspective in life. But also because even if Italy is even more welcoming, there are still some resistance. For example, in the UK there is a large religious community, so for them it's also easier to go to the mosque and to develop their religion life, of course. And also there is a bigger community, so they have relatives here. Not only that, in Italy it's possible to learn English, but of course is not the first language. So they want their children to speak English as a native level, so that when they come back to Bangladesh, to their native country, they can speak a little bit with their parents and their family. So also this situation is very important as well.
Right. Learning of language is always helpful, I think, whatever the language. I wouldn't mind learning Japanese, Chinese, and Italian too, see. Now, they are happily settled here, but those who are already here, they are very happy. I don't think they are thinking of going back. But I have a feeling that those who are there, is there a feeling amongst them that they want to come over here?
Where in Italy?
Yeah.
Well, there are mixed feelings always, of course, because people that already arrived, they are now facing Brexit, so they don't know what is going to happen. So they are happy to stay here and they are developing their life, of course, but they still don't know what is going to happen. And also people in Italy don't know if their rights will be respected or not. I mean, the political situation is always changing. So we have been reassured by the government that our rights will be respected.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Yeah, we are confident that it will happen.
And obviously, I mean, there are hundreds and thousands of British people living in so many European countries, see?
Absolutely.
So one has to balance the whole thing.
Absolutely, and also lots of people, I mean, the Italian institution in London are also welcoming a lot of people that wants to be Italian, just because of the Brexit. So those who are family history with an Italian member can claim their nationality and their citizenship. So there are also the other way around, so people that want to become Italian, and this is something very good, because I mean it's we welcome them very much.
True. You mentioned Brexit, see, and how is the Italian community dealing with it? I mean, particularly in the UK. I'm not just talking about the Italian Bangladeshis, but the Italian community, like you are.
Yeah. Basically, the Italian community hopes that everything will be in the better way, and in the meantime, they organize themselves in organization and groups that, in order to understand better what is going on. For example, the European group of 3 million that is quite popular in London has a big part of its members that is Italian. So they will go also to Brussels to discuss about rights of European citizens. So the Italians in London, they are very much part of the community. They all think that things will go in the best way. In addition to that, something that I think is interesting is that the scientific committee at the Italian embassy commissioned a survey among the Italians who are working in British universities, and they discovered that lots of them, well, are thinking if they want to continue stay here or to go somewhere else. That is quite important. We discovered that the community of Italians involved in universities, so researchers and professors, are the second biggest community in the UK after the Germans.
Right. When you say they want to go somewhere else, I mean back to Italy or some other European country?
The survey didn't say in specific is they want to come back home or find somewhere else. So we can't say that.
Yeah.
But the general feeling is to be a little bit worried about what is going to happen.
If
Still
things become
confident.
difficult, they would like to go somewhere else.
Well, because the research field and the universities are very much linked with the European funds.
Right.
So if Brexit will be very hard, and then the connection between the two organizations will be different, then there is the possibility that lots of money will not come to the UK anymore.
For research and other purposes.
So they are worried in this sense, but we will see what will going to happen. Of course, we are confident and optimistic that things will go
nothing
better.
is clear as yet, you see. I mean,
yeah,
one day you
very
feel that
confusion.
everything is going to be like this. The other day there's another statement from a very prominent person, and we believe now. First we were promised that we'll be saving 357 million every week. That could be recycled to the NHS, and then we will have every 2 months we will have a new hospital. All those things were perhaps true or not, I do not know, but does not seem to be working that way.
Well, at the moment, the Brexit effect is on the shoulder of the Italian consulate in London, because the officers are overwhelmed by a request of Italians that want to put themselves on the right side of the law, because basically the Italian law say that an Italian person living abroad for more than 1 year has to declare that he is abroad and register in a special list that is called AIRE. And for years and years, a lot of Italians simply ignored that. But now with Brexit, they all want to do it all together now. So they all go to the consulate, and of course it's a big house, because they are overwhelmed with requests. So that's
what is the total population of Italians living in the United Kingdom?
Well, at the moment the number is 315,000, but it is believed that in a couple of months they will be 350,000, because not because people arrive, but because people are emerging. So people that are been living in this country for, I don't know, more than 1 year, they usually didn't declare that. But now, because of Brexit, they all want to say that. So the number of the official residents is growing for this reason.
Yeah, but they want to be included in the list when the time comes, what will happen to them. I mean, otherwise they will not be getting the benefit of either this system or that system. So they want to be on the record that we are Italians, we came from there, and we would like to get whatever the benefit is. What is the kind of business most Italians do? I mean, I know Italian chefs are very famous, and Italian fashion designing is very famous, and there are no Italian car manufacturer here in this country, but very nice, good things, professional, chic things come from Italy. See. But these Italians in this country, are they involved in those things, or they are involved in other business?
Well, you are right again, because the Italians coming to the UK, they in a lot of time they have a degree or at least a diploma. So they are all young and quite with a good amount of knowledge. So they access to professions that are quite high. So there are a lot of them, of course, that are involved in the hospitality sector.
Right, Francesca, we need to take a break.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, we'll continue with this very interesting discussion. Thank you for being with us. We hope that you're enjoying the show with Francesca. We'll come back after this. Thank you.